I'm here with the second part on the painting tutorial of the tool. So in this part we are going to start doing the details and the highlights, and I will start by doing the face because I want to do the skin, but first I want to do the eyes. I was hesitating how to do the eyes, but I think I will go for red eyes in that case. So I'm going to use first corn red, and I will have the eyes shade when we did the wash. Okay, and we will apply corn red just okay. I went a little bit out in that case. I will apply corn red as well on the other eye. It's going to be more tricky to show. Okay, and then the other eye is better. If we go a little bit out, I will take a little bit of brown and well, later on. So once we have applied the corn red, I want to add some, I want to make it brighter, so I'm going to use now 12 layer orange. We are going to do here. Okay. Now what I will do is I will take a little bit of brown. Okay, we can take the violet bark, for example, dark brown. And then I will go close to the eye. Okay, so we make it smaller, what I wanted to do. Okay, now we are ready to start doing the first highlight. And to do the first highlight I will use the same color I use as a base color. So I will use the fang, and I will start cleaning up the wash. So to have, so what I will do, for example, here on the ear, okay, I will do something like that. Okay, I'm going to apply, for example, this part here. So this part should be quite not too evident what we are doing here. The main objective is just at this moment to have to remove the wash where we don't want it. It's mainly the main objective, to have a better, a cleaner highlight. Okay, we can have the dryer bark next to us. If we do a small mistake, we always can take the dryer bark. Okay, and we can put it back a little bit, simple here. Okay, I like how this dryer bark combines to make the deeper shades. So I will keep doing that on the different details of the tool. Okay, here in this musculature I will try to leave it like that for the moment. Okay, and then for example on the belly we're going to clean up and be sure. The belly I wanted to leave it lighter. Okay, so we are going to that. So I will keep doing that, and I come back once this is done. So once the previous highlight and the cleaning were done, now we are going to use rust gray to do some additional highlights. I'm going to start here with the face. Definitely we want to use this on the belly. So I'm going to add this one. You want to go carefully and building up the color slowly. Okay, this is the color that we will use to start having more shading. Okay, here I will go on the nose. What we need to do in some places is we go back to the fan, okay, and we mix them a little bit, 50-50 or something like that, to smoothen. So the nose I want it to be quite light in color, so I need to put this here. And now with the fan I will try to smooth the transition. Okay. Five more here, and we keep doing that. Okay, we are going to highlight now all the musculature with rust gray. Okay, we are going, for example, here on this muzzle, we are going to do something like that. Okay, and in some cases if we see the transition is too strong, we use a little bit of the fan and we mix that. Okay, so we do something like that. But we really want to give this additional highlight to the musculature because it's what it's going to make to really pop up the different musculature we have on all the parts. Okay, if you have the feeling that is too much, you can also use a mixture about 50-50 of the fan and rust gray. Okay. So I go here. It's more or less a mixture. What you see here is why the highlight is not that visible. Now we'll come with more rust gray. And again, this can be quite time consuming, but we want to highlight. The belly, I will do the belly directly with rust gray. I want the belly to look lighter than the rest of the body, so I don't mind to use rust gray more widely on the belly. Okay, and then we let it fade out as it goes to the back or to the side. Okay, see, first I do the belly quite light, and now I use the fan, and we start mixing a little bit more of the lighter color. Okay, and here with that we do. Okay, the back, just I want to show one part. This part here is quite important. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to follow up the different, they look like if there are some scabs or something like that. Okay, I'm going to follow the shape of these things. especially the upper part. Okay, and if you leave a little bit the bottom, it's not a problem. I'll try to do that. Okay, so I'm going to do this now on all the different parts, and yeah, and once the camera is back, you will see that the highlight has been done. So I've been painting the highlights in some parts, but I realized I want to go even higher in highlights. So next I'm going to use as well Celestine Gray, and I will go more extreme on the highlight I want to do. So I want to go really almost white on the belly, at the end of the nose. So we are going to apply this one, okay? We are going to use this as the most extreme highlight in our miniature, okay? We want to use this, and then we will smooth it. We smooth the transition using the blend with the other colors, okay? So we are going to blend it to make it smoother, okay? So I will go, and then here what I do is I go zone by zone or part by part, because it's going to be easier for me to control where I put how I do the transitions, and then maybe you have to go back from time to time to add some additional highlight. So for example here I will add just a little bit, okay, I'm using now Celestine Gray, and on the ear I will do something like that. Then we are going to make it softer by going with a darker color just next to it. And this will be the most time consuming. So for example, on the belly I want to go really light, and this means that I will need to go even lighter here, right? And we cannot have the dark brown, if not makes no sense. The base color is lighter, the shades have to be also less visible, or less darker, I mean, not less visible, less darker. Okay, so I'm going to apply this on the belly, and you can see I let it fade out when I'm getting far from the belly. But I want to put this white here. Okay, so this is not white really, it's Celestine Gray that have, as you can see, you have a very nice tonality. For example, on the chin, I want to put a little bit here on the chin, but then on this wrinkle we are going to put a little bit as well. Okay, so you make accents and you add it where you think is adding value, where you think will add to the miniature. For example, here next to the eye, I will not go that light in color, I prefer to keep it darker. But on the nose, I will insist a little bit following the shape of the nose. Okay? So in that way it makes well on the other ear. Okay. Then on the back thing that we did yesterday, okay, this part I would like to add a little bit as well. So I will go with the Celestine Gray and do a little bit more of edge highlight. Okay, you don't need to do the full part, but you want to add a little bit of this Celestine Gray. This will help to make this more noticeable, more interesting. Okay, and then on the muzzles, again I want to apply a little bit there just to reinforce the musculature, and now I go next to it and I soften the transition, so you want to be softer on the muscles. Okay, as well on the arm, for example. This was the one that triggered me to change, to add some Celeste Gray. So you can see now it's super evident. And then I go back with Rust Gray and I go on top. Okay. Then I put a little bit of what's called the fan, the darker color, and now I come with Celeste Gray next to it and I mix it to help to have this transition smoother. Okay. Or we can do something like that. Okay, so you see the idea. You see the belly is quite visible now, and you can add more or less Celeste Gray depending how light or how much you want to highlight the musculature, the muscle that you are painting, right? The end is all about taste and how much you want to highlight. And this is why I think it's better to do it one by one. Okay, because you really want to go to have quite soft and natural transitions. So for example here was missing a little bit before. I will go with first with Rust Gray and now I go with the funk and I go next to it to make it softer. Again on the other side. Okay, here the ear. Has long ears. Okay, so this again, we will do this. See, once it's dry, I go back because I want this really to be lighter. Okay, and now I will start doing all the different parts. So I will keep doing that. For example, this one here. These abdominals. Okay. Now here we have the chest, although he's not very fit. Now we are going to put next to it. Okay, so I will keep doing that and I show you how it looks like after doing this step. Okay, this is how it looks like when we have done all the highlights. Okay, and the next step I want to do is to put a little bit of green shade on the top of the tool where the moss and the moss and the fungus is growing. So I'm going to use built-in green and I will do like a filter, a green filter on top of the tool. Okay. As you can see on the top, I have not done any highlight or any type of work yet, and we're going to apply a little bit of built-in green It's going to be very evident at the beginning, but we can let it fade out once we go down. And the idea is to give this sensation of humidity, of moss going on his back, or the fungus itself. So really these two sensations of wetness, right? Because if the fungus is going, it's because there is a lot of wet environment in a way. So we try to put this just a little bit, and the idea is to give like a filter of green, right? So you can go heavier at the bottom of the fungus and then let it fade when you get far from it. Okay, and I think this will give a very interesting sensation and will enhance and will help to increase the appearance. So we are going to put a little bit more as well on the head, sorry. Okay, and this part. And again, here the objective is to give this sensation of humid, of moss going on his back, and we can let it drip a little bit down. The lichens, we can even let it drip as if he was like a rock. Okay, once it's dry, it's going to be less evident, and it is just going to go at the bottom of the shade, right? Once we start highlighting, we are going to make it less and less evident. I want to accumulate where the musculature makes this natural ways down, and yeah, that's all. So now I wait that this dries before doing the next step. Okay, next I'm going to apply mud green on this frog he has there, okay, as a base color for the frog. Then later we are going to do all the needed colors. I'm going to wait to do the eye, and yeah, I'm going to apply it. Okay. It's a little bit squeeze, this type of spiky frog. Maybe it's a squid frog. Okay. So I will do that. Okay, I do that, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, this is how the frog looks like after doing the base color. I let it dry well, and now I'm going to keep working on the inside, on the back, on the shoulders of the tool. So the next thing I'm going to use, I'm going to apply again Benmer brown, sorry, on this type of scraps, pustules or protuberances that the tool have at the back. Okay, I'm going to apply this to make them more visible and pop up against the blue or the greenish and the green we just apply. Okay, the idea is to make them really visible now, and this will help to put the green on a second plane, just as a tint, as a background. You can see now. Okay, I'm going to do, for example, these ones here as well on the head. and I'm going to do the lips. Okay. Like that. So I will do all these things with Velvet Brown, and I will be back for the next step. Sorry if it went off camera, let me just show some of the work here. Okay, so you see, you pick them. Now that I'm doing that, I will explain as well on the staff. I will do as well some highlights. Remember, this was the base color as well on the staff. So what I will do is I will do some highlights as well, like as you can see here. So I follow the shape of the wood and I help I work to enhance the situation of the wood. Okay, so I will do both things and I will be back once it's done. So next step, you can see I start working on the mushroom, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Graveyard. Okay, is this color, Graveyard Earth, and Valor Brown. Okay, the Valor Brown is the one I'm using to do all this type of small protuberances on the mushroom. Okay, and then the Graveyard Brown is the one I'm using to highlight the other type of texture. Okay, the edge, the folds of the mushroom, or this type of things, right? Parts that are more, we'll go to the stream and highlighting this with Graveyard. And then I use the Valor Brown for all this type of protuberances. Okay, so you can see it, not too much time consuming, and you have a nice playful mushroom. Say this one does not have too much, so I was highlighting, mixing the Graveyard Brown with a little bit of Valor Brown. Okay, the Valor Brown is looking almost yellow on top of the brown, but in reality is more an ochre color. Okay. I want to use this section here. Keep working with the Graveyard. Okay. Let's see how it looks like. I'm going to touch different parts. just with the objective to give, oh here I forgot a lot of these things. Okay. 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 Now I will go to the red one. In that case, I will use Racker Flash, for example. You can use even Rosbati Bone or any type of similar color. And I will touch these things. Okay. Racker Flash is a nice color because it will look white, but it's not going to be too bright. If you use just white, I think it's going to look too bright. For my taste, this is why I prefer to use a color that is not purely white. Okay, now I will take corn red and I will clean up a little bit the white we applied before. To make the mushroom brighter and more red. Okay, yeah, something like that. Then we are going to go to the next one. Next one, we can do now that we have the Racker Flash here ready. I'm going to apply a little bit of Racker Flash on this one here. You can also, if you want, to put a little bit on the bottom parts of some of the mushrooms if you think that they are too dark. To be fair, I don't think I need too much. And we can put some Racker Flash as well on this one. Okay, to make it it's just to take the advantage that we have the Racker Flash open so we can finish. And with the same Racker Flash I will do the teeth. Okay, the tip of the teeth mainly. Okay, remember that we have washed it with Agax Air Shade when we wash all the miniature. want to add a little bit of highlight on these teeth. We'll also clean here that the green went a little bit on top of the mushroom. Yes. Although the moss can go as well on top of the mushroom. And we can do the brown mushroom now. To do that, I will take a little bit of water brown. I'm going to do the rim. Like that. Now I'm going to do the top. Okay. Okay. Now we can start doing the bone color. So I take back Usbati bone. Here it is. And with Usbati bone, I will clean up a little bit the bones that he has as ornaments. Okay. This one here, for example. And I'm going to clean up the stuff. These things and the stuff. Okay, so I'm going to take now each of these balls that we have put there and clean up as we have done the wash. Here we have to be careful because we want to leave the middle hole black. Then do the rest with the bone colors you can see here, as I'm doing here, right? So leaving the process, when we have a big ball, I will do this all ball with those body bone, leaving the rosettes sparse with the dark brown, okay? And we will do like that. The stuff, all this stuff. Okay. Okay, we have big ones. So I keep doing that. And once I'm done, I will show you how it looks like. Okay, so you see how it looks like now that we have done all the highlights. It's looking much better. Okay, we have this stuff looking much as I wanted. Okay, and now the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to focus a little bit more on this frog here, and I'm going to use now iron rack skin on the inside part. You can use any very pale green, or even if you want you can use Usbati bone. Okay, I like this because it has a little bit of tonality of green, and we are going to apply this on the inside of this, what is the belly and the chest of this type of frog. It looks quite a weird frog, to be fair. Okay. Like here. It's a little bit squeezed. And seems that the head have been also torn a little bit. So he does not look very happy to be in this position. Okay, something like that. And I think this will be enough. I was thinking if I put white in other places, but I think like that it's enough for this moment. Okay. While this is drying, we can add some additional highlight on the bell, on the thing that he wears as bell. I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use some, well, this one, Tian San. And just do a little bit of edge highlight on this thing. Okay. Now I will take Squack Brown and I will highlight a little bit the fur of this, of the tabard that he's wearing. Perfect. I'm going to take now Samezi Desert, and I will clean up this type of just to make them pop a little bit more on this type of bark mushrooms he has on the belly. I realized that some of them were not fully well painted, so I'm cleaning up now here. Good. And we can go back to the frog. Well, this I was doing this while waiting. Well, we can do the nails and then we finish the frog to finish the metal. So the nails I'm going to use again racker flesh, okay? And what we are going to do is to add like some lines like that, especially on the big nails. Okay, and then on the hand, so what I mean here, for example, let's do this one, this is a big one. Okay. So we go like that. Like that. I will put another one in the middle. And now I finish it here. Okay. So for example, this one here it's quite tricky. Very hidden, so we'll just do like that. This one here is very easy. Okay. So the other hand. Okay, now let's go back to the frog. We are going to apply a wash on the frog, but I don't want to go more than wash. It's going to be a glaze because I don't want to go too bright. So I'm going to use Way Watcher green and put it all over the frog. Looks like a chaotic frog, to be fair. Okay, so we apply this all over it, this thing. In that way will also help to give more green tone on the belly, keeping the white. Okay, it's a thing. This wash glaze works very well here. And then we wait that this dries before doing any further step. So yeah, I finish applying that and I will wait that this dries. Okay, so this how looks like now, and we are going to work a little bit on the frog. So I'm going to do the eyes first, and to the eyes I will apply flash git yellow. I will make them yellow. Okay. To do them. We are going to do the other one. Okay. Now I'm going to use black. And I'm going to apply this here. And I will ensure that something like that. Okay. This rock have not too much filter. Next step, I'm going to use again the very clear, the quick khaki, and we are going to start. No, that's not the quick khaki, sorry. It was this one, the iron rack skin. Okay, and we are going to highlight. We're going to use this one, and I'm going to have as well mood green, because in some places I want to do a little bit of gradient. Okay, so first I'm going to highlight the parts where we have done the belly, okay, where we have put the green glaze before, and now the point is to highlight it again. Something like that. And then on the legs, on the feet and palms, I'm going to apply first mood green, and now I go with the white, or not the white, the lighter green, and I will mix it. Okay, so I will do like that, but you want to apply a little bit of the iron rack green at the extreme of these things. Okay, where we have this type of the tips of the fingers, right? And with mood green, we smoothen the transitions, but the intention clearly is to have this part looking like white. Okay, so we are going to do the same for all the different legs. So we are going to keep doing that, and I'm going to use the same technique on the other legs, and then with the mood green we are going as well to highlight the other part of the green that we have done the glaze, so now the green is a little bit darker. Okay, we can even mix a little bit of this almost white with the mood green to make a slightly lighter color, and we can accentuate the highlights. Okay, so for example here we can take a little bit. This is too much, but now I'll come with the mood green, and the intention is to highlight all the different details of the squeeze frog. Okay, I'm going to do these fingers as well. Then I take, okay, and we keep doing that. So I will do the feet and I come back. Okay, this is how the frog is looking like now. Okay, And the next thing, I'm going to apply a little bit of highlights on this type of course it's not a normal frog, it has this type of horns. So I will leave them black, but I will put a little bit of gray on the tip, just to add a little bit of highlight. Okay. And to finalize, as we have this thing there, I'm going to use gloss varnish. We can put gloss varnish on the frog if you want to give this more squishy look, more like, and I'm going to put this on this type of, we can go a little bit on over the other things that are round to make them look white. Okay, we can put this in the mouth, a little bit below the lip. Okay. And yeah, we can put it on the frog. I think I will make the frog look wet, glossy. Okay. I like to use varnish to play with the varnish to give different finishing of gloss and matte. Also, the satin varnish can be important if you do skin with scale 75. It's a way to give a more liveful finishing. Okay, so you see how it looks like. I think it looks better with the frog white. Okay, we can even put, if you want, on the mushroom, but you have to be careful with the gloss varnish at the end. I think I will leave it like that. And here we have. So the tutorial is finished. I went for a slightly different take than the colors from the Games Workshop. I wanted to go for more forest looking mushrooms, and then more bluish maybe on the skin of the troll. But all in all, quite happy how it looks like. I hope you have liked the tutorial. Please let me know what do you think about the tutorial. Give a like if you have liked. And that's all for now. As usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.